Hey everybody, so I'm going to be working on cleaning out the last part of the truck. I have the refrigerator I threw on yesterday. I'm going to use that to throw a lot of the parts and pieces. I'm going to put all the usable stuff on top here. That's for a flagpole. But the usable and sellable stuff I'll put up there and go get a box and put it in at the end. I do have a lot of stuff squirreled away in the back of the truck here. I figured since I'm driving up the Brimfield, I need to get rid of some of the weight. It's a bag of cell phones. I'm gonna stick it with my little brass box right now that I have put aside. I'm kind of interested to see how much stuff I end up with out of here. I'm not sure what this is. I think it's for making buttons. It's like a button making kit. But no, not. It's not something I need. I like these little aluminum rivet things. I don't know what I would use them for besides making buttons, but I must snap them together somehow. Yeah, go to the scrapyard. Definitely have a lot of wire. I'll show you the pile of stuff I get for I'm gonna put aluminum in that box. The pile of stuff I get for out of all this stuff, like the brass. I think that one's sellable though. It's a nice heavy early one. Spittoon. I don't know if I'll take that to Brimfield though. I probably pulled out a good 100 pounds of wire out of the truck on the first one, and I was working on it just a little bit so I can clean out underneath the fridge, and I made that pile over by the bus, and the strippable stuff is right in that bucket. I don't seem to break glass too much. I mean, that's been in here for months. The Pyrex didn't get scratched up either. It's still sellable. I know I'm going to take this Irish cane to Brimfield. I'll put that in the corner for right now. There's a little bit of everything back here. These are for making old signs. Another dish. Let's go to the scrapyard. We don't need it. Fido's leash. I actually really wonder what's in this is cast aluminum. Cast aluminum does about 50 cents a pound right now. It used to be way higher, like 60, 70 cents. What the thing that's in cast aluminum is actually it's more zinc, and that's why they pay higher. Piece of silver plate. I just saw another piece of silver plate too. Magnet strip. Guess it's lost its magnet. Piece of steel. I don't see myself pulling weeds anytime soon. But I'm going to pull all these wood garden tools, so I have a nice lot of those. I'm going to have to go get a box soon to put all this good stuff in. that I keep on finding. It's one of the rocks I saved at one of the jobs. I just thought it was a really cool one. It's almost like what they make arrowheads out of, flint. I believe that's what this is. Definitely looks like it would nap really well. And it's so smooth. Definitely sellable though. I need the shovel at the scrapyard to go clean the rest of this truck off. Oh, I forgot about I brought a couple beers for the, I don't know, the sort. Figured it was a 2-beer job. But I've been doing pretty well at the flea market recently, buying. So I think I'm going to have a very good Brimfield at on this weekend, but I'll find out. It should be, I'm hoping to get I don't know, 3 times my my table rent, 5 times my table rent. It would be nice to get close to 1,500 up there this week, but we'll see. You never know how you're gonna do. I don't put these in my dirty brass. I probably should. I think that's like 17 cents a pound. And I do save these for motors. So I'm gonna go with my buddy Ben to scrap those. But with copper being down so much right now, it really haven't been taking any of my copper or brass to the scrapyard right now. I figured it is easy enough to save, because what I'm doing, I'm making garbage cans here, but once I get 50 pounds in a garbage can, I then go to I load it in a crate, and then the crate I put into my my storage. So that way I'm hoping to get enough to, I don't know, do something big with, like several thousand pounds of ferrous metals. I don't see myself making too many ingots with it though, just because what the heck is that? Looks like scrap. They pay you like 30-40 cents a pound for these. Put that aside. I don't get anywhere near as many as those as I used to though. The faucets, used to find them everywhere. The one yard in Philly does pay motors for any of the big square plugs too, just because, let's see if I have a hammer. I got a piece of steel right there. Inside, come on. It sounds solid, the truck at least. Not rotting through. So inside these is that little transformer right there, and it's like a copper spool, so that's why they pay the motor price for it. That, they get a piece of brass off the tip. So I don't know, it's kind of a fun rock. Put it in over that way. Kitty tin. I don't want to make the refrigerator too heavy because it's going to be a pain to get off of the truck otherwise. One of my friends loads up the refrigerators to, I don't know, probably 1,000 pounds, 2,000 pounds. He'll make a refrigerator, but I just don't, it doesn't make sense to. Here's another bottle. I don't really, I'm gonna put that in the refrigerator. I don't see me selling that. But with all the pottery and stuff I get, there's very, very little that I end up breaking in the back. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem to ever, like here's a jar of springs. I don't know, I always like the springs. Trying to put on all the stuff that it's just going to get tangled when I do shovel it out. I think he might be grass. Move that refrigerator over. Alright, I'm going to switch sides. That one's snap on. It's got to be 2-foot, 1/4-inch drive. I grabbed that out of the. I remember when I found that. I was picking up a refrigerator. It was sitting right next to it. Lady was throwing out all her husband's tools. These are brass. I don't know why I save all these little oilers, but they seem to work. Nice roll of solder. It's sellable. I used to weld stuff with this rusty chain. I haven't done that in a long time though. I used to make coat hangers and stuff like that. I think I should save these guys. Might use them for a repair. Nice corner bracket. In as long as it's like 60% metal, 70% metal, the yard's happy. You figure what's inside a car that they normally buy, like with the upholstery and everything else, and they pay more on a car than they do on light iron. I guess I'll save this piece of chain. I didn't think it was that long. These little bottles I kind of like though, like smaller than the other one that I threw out. Nice piece of lead. This was from a watt or clock pendulum, or not a clock, I'm trying to remember the name of it, like a counterweight, so just silver plate. That's sellable. It's like a Victorian hand spun spindle. Definitely come across a lot of cool things. Here's a computer piece. I know I have a lot of computer pieces somewhere back here, like boards. This one has the gold teeth, or the gold fingers is what they call them. I sell the board as with the fingers on. I don't cut them off. If you do want to learn about that, there's lots of guys on eBay who do computer scrap. I save up computers, but it takes about a year to get enough computers to make it worth scrapping them. And I do very well with taking them to the smelter, but I don't process the gold myself out of them, just because the chemicals you have to use, unless you're a chemist, can really screw up your lungs. I have no clue what that is, but it's kind of cool. The number 4. I used to stick a lot of like copper and stuff right in here, but I'm not finding too much. It might have been last time I cleaned out the truck. It's a Craftsman drive or socket. That will sell. I think I have a whole set of those right in here that I have to put in my new scrap shed. Sawzall blade, could always use those. I think the one guy pays 75 cents a pound or something like that on silverware. But the best way to sell your silverware is online in lots. If you have a lot of if you do get a lot of silver plated flatware, they if you put them into spoon lot versus like it's actually a nice can't tell if it's brass or not. It's like archaeological dig now. Can't believe how much junk is in here. My guess is there's probably an extra 200 to 400 pounds of just dirt and scrap on the back of the truck. The last pile really didn't weigh much, but I think they adjusted the scale. Whenever it rains, the scrapyard seem to adjust the scale for the little bit of water weight that they're going to pick up. And my only guess is it's because people will bring buckets of water and dump them off at the scrapyard. All right. Put that over there right now. Soapstone elephant. I trash picked that a couple weeks ago. It had a big crack in it that I think they repaired. But he's kind of fun. All hand carved. First piece of Lennox. It's not cracked or anything. It just needs to be cleaned a little bit. Gabby's been selling these little Wheaton bottles. Try to save as many as those as I can for her. I think that one's sellable. And a piece of brass. Telephone cord. Oh, these are cool. Pair of, or looks like one crystal. The other one's busted. I remember this. It's a mailbox lid that got ran over. I'm going to use that in some type of artwork. Another one of those little Wheaton bottles for Gabby. Green and the blue. One of my buddies loves using these grinding wheels. I have them put aside for him. Thought these would make really cute signs if you use the stencil. They have just the right texture. I got a huge basket of them, but those were the ones that didn't look right, so I left them in the back of the scrap truck, and it seemed to really help them look vintagey. So I'll save that for the motor, and this type of lamp cord is the stuff I like to actually strip when I do ever get free time. Granted, I haven't had free time in a while. Seems like every day I'm doing something. But I have probably a garbage can and a half of that stuff put away. Cut the wire off of that and scrap the there's a lot of these Wheaton bottles in here. Another piece of ceramic. That one has butterflies. It's a little piece of art pottery. I'm finding a bunch of stuff to sell. I think I'll give these paper weights to Gabby to sell also. Now here's something cool. Blacksmith tool. Definitely could spend hours going through here, but I did give myself a timeline. And I'm still only about halfway done on the first beer. As long as they stay cold. These are good. The mason jar lids with the glass tops. They average about $1. $1 a lid. The ones with a little bit of advertising do a little bit better. But I have to cut this guy out. Definitely a mess. Actually need these for the metal racks I have. I've been looking for those. That's a good thing. An iron trivet with a W. That's pretty cool. And the heart. I like the heart. This is an older one. Probably 1870s is my guess. I sold the clock that this went to, but I still think I can sell that. It was a ship's clock that I had. Really nice piece of stainless solid stock. I will actually save that with the wood. It will I'll be able to use that for a piece of copper. Alright. It's a nice windy day though today. It just feels great to be out here. Gonna move this wire and cut these straps. All right, so I'm almost to, I don't know, the bed I guess is what, I think these are actually good. If I remember, they're Santa Clauses or monkeys, like a chocolate mold or something. I have to clean those up. I think I saw a first broke bottle, but here's a good one. That's a nice thick piece of copper. Got a pair of those. Put that with my strippable pile. Actually, I was going to put it with my brass pile so I don't lose them. Alright. Yellow jacket. See him right there. It's that time of year they're going to start coming out, and they get really bad at the flea market. So what I'm going to do, now I got to the bed's right there, I'm going to just push everything to that corner and try to separate the items that are going to tangle me up when I try to shovel out the bed. Little roll of copper. I thought I'd find way more copper in here, but I guess another cell phone. Guess that's the way it works. Here's a nice little piece of copper. Put that in that box. Another 2 tiny pieces of copper. As soon as I finish this little section, I'll go show you, because this is all I'm going to do until I get to the end. And I'll show you how I made piles with everything in the warehouse. I think it's basically ready to go. Could save that for gold recovery. It's got a couple little gold teeth. I know if you make lots of things with the gold fingers, they do sell fairly well. Poundage on eBay also. But you have to, I guess you have to have a decent pile of it to get anywhere close to a couple pounds of gold fingers. But it is something to put in its own bin. I think it averages over $10 a pound online, sold as scrap. Because I know there is a bunch of people that do their own processing. Nice little washer, save that. Then putting all the extra rope I've had in my little scrap, a big scrap bucket that I have here to make life easy. Should go fairly fast since I got all these like loops of metal and stuff off now. All right. Well, I just have to get done with this corner, and I'll be ready to go to the scrapyard. I'd say 90% of the wires off now. There's still a bunch right here. For some reason I always like this nutcracker here. I haven't ever really thrown it off at the scrapyard. It's good for it's a pecan cracker actually. But we'll see if I save that. Could always use those channel locks. It's from a rotisserie, but it's just going to be in the way when we shovel off. I don't think this one works. Nope, it's fine. I would say we probably have brass garden nozzle. Two good pieces of lead. I'm going to show you guys my big scrap pile next. I'm about to run out of battery, so I'll finish this and we'll go see the scrap battery, or my scrap pile, where I'm going to put all the batteries and stuff. So, alright. This is the driver's side, so I tend to go in this side way more. More batteries. Bunch of paint. Washers, save those. Little brass heart. That's probably sellable. More cast aluminum. I'll put that with that other big piece I have over here. Oh. Knew I had a hole. It's like a little of this. Little Canada pin. Alright. Well, I'm about to finish the second beer, so it's time to go. I have actually I have somewhere I have to be this afternoon. I'd say it's only about, since I can move it pretty easy, probably only about 300 pounds on the refrigerator. I'm gonna go drop that off. Shut this door. There it goes. Put in our scrap, and we'll see what we get at the scrapyard. I'm gonna stop and get a microwave and something else to go right in here. I guess I'm gonna save this piece of chain. Maybe I'll weld it for something. I had to stop and pick these up. I don't know what the heck they are. I guess there's some type of lighting. But oh, that's what it is. It's an easy up tent with lights. So I don't know. It's scrappable. All right. See you guys at the scrapyard. And not that much weight on here. 5,800. So we'll see how we do. All right. We're gonna unload this truck real fast. Let's see if I can get this refrigerator off. It's way heavier than I thought. I think we got it. Shovel it off now. That's savable. These are actually brass. That's pretty cool. It's a little eye wash. Cobalt blue. This looks like it's the only rot on the truck right now. Definitely not the best thing, but I have this piece of aluminum here I've been using to keep it from going to crap. But I'm gonna keep on cleaning this out. That was an unexpected find though. Pretty cool. It's a nice chisel. Alright, we'll look real fast just to see if there's anything good at the end of the tailgate. That's stainless steel. First piece of brass. Second piece of brass, and one piece of aluminum. Everything else basically junk. I did forget my broom though, so I'm gonna keep on working on cleaning this out. No real copper. One more piece of brass right there. I don't know why I like these large washers so much, but I've been saving them. I think I'm gonna make something with them. Stamp. No other brass or anything like that. I got a little dustpan. pretty light, 5,100 pounds. And got off 600 pounds of stuff, 5,200 pounds. All right, let's see what else we do. So let's see what we got for cleaning out the truck. They're still only paying $525. It looks like it was $34, but I'm happy. I found a lot of stuff I could sell. I grabbed that spoon at the end. That chisel was good. I missed that battery, but I don't know. I gotta go pack for Brimfield. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you haven't yet, shoot me a message. And I don't know, it was definitely a good day. So thank you very much. Peace. If anybody was wondering, I did not cut my hands while I was doing this. Yes, I am dirty, but that washes off with soap. But no cuts, no blood. So I don't know. I don't know why I don't wear gloves. I just never seem to get stabbed or anything like that. So I guess that's why. But I made it unscathed at the scrapyard. All right. Thank you. Bye.